Hi everybody, this is video release notes for NeutrinoParticles Editor of version 1.0.11, and it is a pretty big release. It has several nice features, so let me show you all of them. You can see start dialog that you will see when you first time open the editor. It is changed, but it has pretty the same functionality. You can create new project, open project, and open samples that goes with the editor. I want to remind you that samples project for Linux and Mac builds are read-only. The samples project is read-only because it placed in a bundle of applications, so you can check samples, you can change them, you can even probably create new effects, but you won't be able to save them there. So let me open samples. And the editor looks pretty the same as in previous version. You can see main differences: main menu, and account window now is window. Actually, you can drag it and dock it any way you want. And the main feature of this version is ability to have opened several projects simultaneously and drag or copy paste effects between that projects. You can see open samples project. I can open effects in this project, and I can also open another one project. By default it will create a tab in the same window, but you can drag it on a different display, or whenever I drag both of projects, so I need to drag only this one. So you can dock it or bring to different display. And most useful feature is copying of effects from one project to another one. Let me show you how it looks when you copy some effect with textures. For example, birds. First option is to copy it, or Control C. You can see notification, and these notifications are also another one new feature. One effects copied to clipboard, then you go to your project and Control V or paste, and you have birds effect in this new project. You can see that the texture for particles is copied to the new project as well, but texture for picture on foreground and background is not copied for now, for this version, for this feature now. And usually you don't actually need to copy that picture, because it is just reference for creating effects, and probably most of cases you will just delete it or replace by another texture for your new project. But this copying is actually very basic functional, has very basic functionality. It just copies textures with the same paths and the same names. Probably in future releases you will have a dialog where you can choose what to copy and where to put it. So for now you can just replace this background image by another one, or just delete it if you don't need it at all. You can also drag effects. Let me put projects on different windows, and for example bonus screen, I just drag it where I want it to be, and you can see when you copied effect there is notification about 1 effects and 2 textures copied and 0 textures reused. You can see details, some details about it, which textures copied. And in bonus screen you have 2 textures. One is round particles, so these ones, and another one is highlights. And you can see the background texture is missing, which you need to replace in new project or delete it all. So also you can drag and copy paste effects from different instances of the editor. I probably can't show you this because I'm recording only one display, but you can just run two instances of NeutrinoParticles Editor on different displays. You can open different effects on in these editors, and you can drag effects from one editor to another one. It can be also pretty convenient to have opened 2 instances of the editor. Also, I want to remind you that you can also copy emitters as well as effects. You can copy or Ctrl+C, select several emitters and copy through context menu, or Ctrl+C, and paste them in another effect in emitters window. And you can even paste copied emitter. Let me show you. Copy and paste it in text editor or any messenger, instant messenger, and just send this text to someone who wants to paste it, and he will need to copy this text, all of it, copy and paste in the emitters window. You can see I have 2 snowfall effects here. So you can send it like generic text. Let's move further. Next feature is saving of currently opened projects. So I have 2 projects opened. If I close the editor and start it again, then by default it will open 2 projects again. So you don't need to find them or open manually. And yeah, you could see that there is a known bug in this version and previous version as well, I think, that sometimes opens project window on different places. It can be switched with emitters with emitters window like this, or can be opened somehow in different way. So you will have projects window in a little bit different place, docked in different place, and it is I believe it is a bug of Qt framework, Qt5 framework, because all the job of saving and restoring windows are done inside Qt, is done inside Qt. I will try to fix it in the future, but for now it's just minor issue, minor problem. Okay, we have opened project from the last session. The next feature is main menu. So this version already has main menu, and now the editor looks more familiar on everything you used before. And in this menu you can check all, maybe not all, but most useful features you can do with the effect, like undo, redo, save, discard, and save a change. You could find all that features by in context menu of effect, but I also added all of them in main menu. For projects, you have different separate menu for projects. You can new, open recent projects, samples, and save everything. And for each open project you will have separate menu where you can make some actions with that projects separately. Now yeah, for the project, for chosen project, you can also bring up that menu by clicking this menu button. It is the same menu as you can see in main menu. Okay, I told you about account window, main menu. Next nice feature is reveal file in file manager. You can find it in context menu of effect, reveal in file manager, and you will have opened file manager with a selected file of this effect. It can be useful for copying this effect or any possible action with file of this effect. You can open reveal in file manager folder, then you will have opened folder. You can open project folder, open particles folder. It is root folder for all effects in the project. Open textures folder. It is pretty useful to open this folder just to drag new textures or delete existing texture. And yeah, that's it. In Linux and Mac versions, I believe you have pretty the same functionality for reveal in file manager. And if I remember right, in Linux you can't reveal the file, and you will have reveal folder of this file in file manager. That's because of big zoo of different file managers in Linux, and for now it just opens a folder with that effect, and you will need to find that effect manually. Okay, next one is notifications and comments, you already saw notifications that pop-ups when you done something interesting, and or there is some interesting notification for this effect, like this notification about video tutorial available for this effect, and you can open this effect. You open this tutorial right away. And there is new comments window where you can add some comment for effect that will be saved, and you can open it next time. And there is another one field for video tutorial URL, and if this field is not empty, then when you open this effect, you will see notification about video tutorial available for this effect. Some comment, it is rich text editor, so you can header, oh, not so rich, I think. Well, yeah, it has some features of rich text editing. It is a little bit buggy for now yet. I took it from Qt5 samples for rich text editor, and probably will fix some bugs for it. But for now you can just put some information about effect, copyright for example, for effect if you want it to be. Next feature is actually video tutorials. I added a lot of video tutorials for effects in samples project. Most of them for templates, so you can check how to create fire effect with sparks, with turbulence, how to create fireworks, flies, and actually a lot of templates are added in this version. So you will have a lot of learning materials, and you will find them very easily. Water, no, water don't have video tutorial. Where is it? Yes, there is one for tornado. And in next releases in nearest future, I want to add video tutorials for all effects in samples projects. So any effect you like, you will be able to learn how to create it. That's probably most of it, and yeah, there are like a lot of small changes that don't worth to mention, like changed icon and some bug fixes. I hope you will enjoy this version of the editor, enjoy of learning new effects, and thank you for using NeutrinoParticles. There are a lot of new really interesting features in next releases. If you have some requests or any ideas on what to change or what to add to the editor, you can just write them in comments for this video or on the forum of NeutrinoParticles. I'll consider all of them and create them, add them to the editor in from high priority to lowest priority. And yeah, see you. in next releases. Bye bye.